It's just really nice to be here in Bulgaria with Todor, checking out some of the cliffs along the coast. I've known Todor for a while and, you know, never had a chance to come here.
The north coast of Bulgaria is really fascinating in that we have major cliffs, which is really good for cliff divers, also for climbers. But on that place also we have major history, like the Cape of Kalyakra, which is the old capital also of the Bulgarian, one of the capitals. And then we have more different castle, which is on the shore, which is really interesting for the people who wants to see that. Right now, we are in the biggest botanic garden in Bulgaria. It's fascinating because this botanic garden is on the coast also, and it's really beautiful because all the scenes from the botanic gardens go straight away to the coast. You can find this in the Queen Mary's Palace, which is a Romanian queens built the palace on these shores because really like it. We have in a lot of shores, you can see on the north side of the Bulgarian shores and the cliffs, we can find the caves, which is prehistorical caves. And people was living there in the prehistorical time, even that before they have the castle. So it's really fascinating that you can find the caves and the castle on the same place.
It's a lot of variety on, you know, on the place that we visited. You know, the height is, I mean, is great. We're gonna find really high, really, you know, in the middle and low places that we can enjoy. But everything's very different. We were at a lake yesterday.
The wonderful rocks in Tsonevo on the lakes, they're really curvy and they're really strange forms, which is all natural habits that they came in the natural way, and it's really beautiful. You cannot find it so often in different places.
The rock formation was really strange, you know, it's just like the rock was really crumbling a lot. There was a lot of pieces falling down. You think you're gonna stand on top of it, the whole thing's gonna crumble and fall to the water, but you know, it was just nice.
The face of the rock is completely straight, then the rocks go down completely straight in the lake. We have good deep around 9-8 meters, which is perfect for cliff diving.
Every place that we go to is really special. You know, it's kind of, you know, cheesy to say, but it's just really special because you have to make a connection to the place. You have to figure out a way where you're gonna stand, where you're gonna dive, where is deep, where you're gonna be safe, how you're gonna climb out. So, you know, the whole experience is really nice. You know, even though if you just go and do a couple of dives, when you take the whole experience, it's a really good day. Yeah, we're just coming back from the wonderful cliffs that, I mean, it was great, but the weather didn't help too much. I mean, I really liked the location. It was nice, warm water, deep. Everything was, you know, pretty good for diving. We waited a little bit and then just really bad storm rolled in. The last dive, Todor and I just had to pretty much dive in the middle of the storm, and then it wasn't going to stop, so we have to pack it up and leave.
That last dive, the tandem, what we did in the beautiful rock was crazy. Yeah? We can see exactly how the storm was coming in. We just shoot the dive and then everything go like bomb, raining and lightning. Danger.
I guess tomorrow we just still have the cliff search in front of us, and you know, we have some idea of better places that we can still do some dives, so, you know, gotta stay positive for that now.
This is one of the famous spots for all the climbers in Bulgaria also. They used to use the rocks for free climbing without ropes and everything, and then if something happened, they just fall in the water. That's why the cliffs also, they are really nice and they stay above the water, which is good for us also. They can be useful for diving.
I like the other side better now, you know. I think there's a couple of nice spots to jump.
The arch is a natural arch, which you cannot find so often in the world, and this is also really beautiful for that place, I find. It's one of the treasures in Bulgaria, probably.
really cold at 16 degrees at least. But that was good fun. Let's do a couple more. Done?
Yeah, definitely. We can try the rocks also.
Yeah, let's do that.
The big rocks.
I've known Todor for a long time now. I think this year he's going to be at 3 or 4 events, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing good things from him.
With Orlando, we meet 2009. We have some times in France. He was visiting in France just before La Rochelle. And then we keep contacts. We did different events together, and then we will stay in touch for most of the time. Last year, I was also part of the series for one stop in Greece. We meet there. Unfortunately, Orlando was injured, so he couldn't dive there, but still, we keep in good contact.
Last year was really hard. You know, I broke my foot a little over a year ago, and you know, in your head is just all these things like, am I going to be able to dive? Am I going to be able to walk? But luckily, things work out pretty good. You know, my doctor did, I think my surgeon did a great job, and I've been only diving now for about 1 month. And actually, I've done about 3 or 4 dives from 25 meters. I did 1 from 28 meters, no problem. You know, the foot is, I mean, perfect. You know, the dives, I can see them all in my head. I just need to be strong, I need to be fit.
This winter, with all the team, we managed to come 2 times here. We check all the stops, all the different parts. We take out the decision which location they're gonna look good. And 1 month and a half, I came again here for 4 days, so we start to diving, even that we scout again. And it was a really big pleasure that finally I can dive in my country. I find spots in my country that I can show to the people and I can dive. It feels good, I think.
Todor has invited me here for a while, and finally we made it. And you know, the first thing that you look is, of course, a high cliff that you're going to jump from, but there are certain other elements that you have to cover. You know, we have to make sure that the water is deep, that there is an exit route. You know, once you're in the water, you need to climb back up. That there is the distance from where you jump to where you hit the water is, you know, is not too big so that you can make actually the dive to the deep water. Sometimes 2 out of 3 elements fit, and then you have to make the other one work. For example, here we had some issues with the water depth. You know, in some places it was like 3 meters, 3.5 meters. I think Todor did one dive into like 2.5 meters of water. It's a little bit tricky, you know. Sometimes all those elements are not there, but we're, you know, like we're experienced enough to kind of work around them sometimes.
We are still on the sea. It's a really nice place close to Orlando. We find a really nice cave, which we would like to enjoy it. I'm gonna try to do a dive by a hole.
Todor is attempting this really hard dive inside the cave. It's difficult because it's really shallow. It's only about, I think, like 2.5 to 3 meters deep.
So this is the place where I was telling about. This is the hole. It looks really sketchy and also looks scary a little bit. It's a cave hole. On the top of the rock, you can see the sea and everything, and then it was really nice. The hole was not that big, and when you jump backwards, you can hit the wall. So you don't want to do that because you're just gonna fall like a rock.
We hit the water feet first. So your feet is what's gonna make the hole from where the rest of your body is gonna go through.
So you need to land in that particular hole, which is for you the water, and then it's a little bit shallow. So you concentrate on everything, that where the body is gonna position yourself and how much you need to push backwards to don't go too much further back, or you just to land on the rocks.
From certain heights, we reach like very high speeds, and you're gonna go deep naturally. Of course, you can try to slow down yourself underwater as fast as you can and maybe stop in 2.5, 3 meters, but that doesn't happen all the time. And if you lose concentration, you're gonna go deeper and hit something at the bottom.
In the water, usually you know to go deep in your head because of the competition, everything. So in this time you think about, okay, I need to slow down, and really, like, as soon as you touch the water, you spread yourself like a wind, so like this you can stop yourself.
I broke my foot about a year ago, like a really bad break. I had 3 surgeries and I'm just coming back. Our season is just starting. So at some of the places, I'm still not really comfortable with the depth. You know, I want to make sure that I have 5 meters or more so that I can take that out of my mind and just focus on takeoff and all that. In other situation, maybe I will be pushing a little bit more. But you know, I need my feet healthy if I want to do a full season of diving, and we're just starting. You know, I have a long way in front of me, and you know, I think that's why I kind of pull back a little bit on some of the dives. Still, we had a lot of fun, and I think we still push as far as we could. But you know, Todor took it to the next level.
In your head, it's clear, which is good, that you need to have clear mind in the picture how supposed to go the dive. But you never can be sure 100% that it's going to be the same dive and then it's not going to injure yourself. So basically you're afraid a little bit from that you don't injure yourself, but at the same time the excitement that something special that you can show to the people.
This is actually the first project that I'm doing since my accident. And I mean, I'm really happy that my foot is feeling great. I mean, I did quite a lot of dives, climbing, swimming, you know, long days, and everything works fine, you know. This has been the longest I've been in my life without diving, and now I'm finally diving again after almost a year and a half, so I'm happy, man. I'm ready to go.